Hey world, Bralia, Mice and Life, and welcome to an episode of My Cell Bite. Why take a bite out of technology on the whole? Everything affecting us, and just a general outlook, a general take on mobile. Um, it could be PC, it could be um, live shows, live events, streams, everything. It can be anything technology wise, but since this is my cell life, I concentrate on mobile phones, tablets, headsets, and of course, I'm gonna be looking at um, WWDC, I'm gonna be looking at Google I/O, and any other events that's coming up pertaining to mobile. This is my take. This is like a discussion as to everything I saw, and not just that, but anything, any topic that comes up, what I read in the press, what I see online, etc., etc., etc. So today, according to Scott Peachy, in today's video, sorry Scott, I didn't mean to, but I like that little intro. But anyway, that's just we having fun. We having some fun, right? So, anyways, let's talk about the Pixel 6 and particularly why all the hate. And quite interesting, quite funny is that just before doing this video, I just saw something, I just read something that the Pixel 6 isn't selling. Now the headlines don't say the Pixel 6 isn't selling. The headlines are already there, and I see why. But when I read a little further, it says at carrier stores, the Pixel is doing great at Verizon. Well, not great, but it's doing better at Verizon than other carriers. Go so much so Google has to give incentives, have to up the incentive to push. Now, it could be, I put it down to two reasons for me. One is that they don't care. Like, the sales reps, they don't care. They still prefer to push Samsung and Apple. And Samsung also gives incentives. So maybe the incentives from from Samsung is higher than what Google is offering. And two, um, the bad press, the bad coverage. And I'm gonna focus on part two a lot. And this is why I'm actually making this video. I've never seen a phone apart from LG, a brand that gotten has been the biggest punching bag in the YouTube community. Seriously, like I said, apart from LG, and LG was like the biggest. And LG brought you the first ultra wide lens. They brought you video bokeh. The cinematic mode Apple has. LG brought that with video bokeh. LG had it. OnePlus had it before Apple. But LG was no, LG not supposed to succeed. It's like only two can succeed. Apple, Samsung. Everybody else is second fiddle. Everybody else have to fight for the scraps that falls off the master's table. That's that's how I see it. Now, this is, in my opinion, affecting the Pixel. Is that every and I'm just to clarify things, I'm actually recording. Pardon the noise. I'm actually recording this on my Pixel 6. So disclaimer out. Look how beautiful the footage are on the front facing camera. Not even the rear, the front facing camera of the Pixel 6. See how beautiful it is? Okay, great. So let's continue. It's like everything the Pixel 6 does is scrutinized. Everything Google do to the Pixel series, it has always been scrutinized, but the Pixel 6 even more. Look at it this way. I'm not excusing Google. I'm not being biased. I'm not a brand loyalist. Just to be clear, I'm not a brand loyalist. So I've used Xiaomi, I've used Motorola, I've used Nokia, I've used Huawei, I've used Samsung, I've used iPhone. My daughter has an iPad. So I'm not an iPhone hater, Apple hater to say she has a Samsung. So I'm not hating on these companies. I've used Apple products, I've used an iPhone. So I know how it performs. So I'm not hating on them. But what I'm saying is that every little issue, every little thing that pops up, it's blown up. It's blown up. It's like it's the worst thing ever. Don't buy this device. It's too buggy. Okay, so this is Google's first device with the Tensor chip, their own SoC, right? Did you really, I don't know if influencers or YouTubers or reviewers figured out that the device is perfect. It's a what do they always say about first gen devices? They always say never buy first gen devices, right? They always say that first gen devices are not perfect. They always say that, but yet still they expect it to be perfect. Now, mind you, this isn't bad for a first gen product. I have not had any issues. Only issues they have spoke about that have blown out of proportion, that have blown the roof off the building like it's the end of the world. I have not experienced it. The only issue I have is the fingerprint sensor. Now, it's not an issue. I'm not saying it's slow, like everyone makes it out to be. Oh, it's slow. It's too slow. My S22 Ultra is faster than that. And under display, optical sensors are not the fastest thing. Physical sensors, like in the power button or on at the back of the displays of the device, where your finger naturally rests. That's quick. That's like instant. You don't even have to think about it. Don't even have to think. It's just that physical location at the back or in the power button. Just you close your eyes and it locks. Close your eyes. Optical now, under display readers. If the screen isn't light up or your muscle memory has been trained so much, this is the exact spot. That's why I like Vivo. That's one of the things about Vivo. The area is like the entire bottom. So no matter where you rest your finger, it will unlock. Pixel, Samsung, OnePlus, all there's a particular spot you have to search for. Right? So that there is slower already. But then they said, oh, it's too slow, it's buggy, that's too slow. So that is turning them off as to recommending the Pixel 6 to anybody. And like, there's the deal. Why before I even go there, also it has a bunch of bugs. Oh, the display isn't. It says 120 Hz display on the 6 Pro. and I'm not touching 120 Hz. That's a deal breaker. Don't buy. Oh, when I put on in a dark room and I put on the lights, the flashlight at the back, the display gets bright. That's a deal breaker. Don't buy. This bad. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is on da. All these are deal breakers. Don't buy. It's too buggy. I'm pressing the opening the camera and it launches a split second too slow. Don't buy it. That's a deal breaker. I can't recommend it. Really. I've never seen a device. There's no device that's perfect. And every device that's released from Apple, from Samsung, from Oppo, from Nokia, from Vivo, from Huawei, all devices, even computers, they're buggy, they have bugs. You cannot expect a perfect device. But what fixes devices? Updates. Software updates. Now here's the issue with reviewers on YouTube. They're using a phone, they get a phone and they have a lot of work to do, etc. Right? So they have a lot of devices to play with. So their review period, they keep it short. So they have a device and 1 week or 2 weeks, they're already posting a review. That's not a review. I understand you have a list to go through. So you gotta prioritize and get things moving. But so you get the device early, you get the device at launch, and of course before the monthly security patch come out, before the bugs, people have to start using the device, and then people start reporting the bugs, etc., and then it can be fixed. So you do a review 2 weeks with all the bugs, all the hiccups, and the imperfections it came with, and you immediately don't recommend the device. You already tell people, I don't recommend this device. Instead of giving it time to update, right? The Pixel got a couple months later has gotten updates over time, and now it's near perfect. And on this right now, users, those that are on Android 13 developer preview 2, I'm waiting for the beta before I put this on. They are saying the device is smooth, it's butter. So I'm like saying, look at that. Android 12 came out and Android 12 is not perfect. Android 12L, which I'm running right now on there, is a lot better than how 12 was initially. I think 12L is what Google really intended 12 to be, or 12.1. Right, that's what I'm running. That's what 12L is. Really wanted 12 to be, and 13 is only gonna make it better. Now, other devices, for example, Samsung has bugs. If you remember the S10, now here's the thing. When the S10 came out, it had the fingerprint, the ultrasonic sensor had a bug where the film screen protectors, it was bypassing your finger. It's bypassing the sensor. So you could put in your fingerprints, just your fingerprints, right? Put it in. And once you put the certain screen protectors on, it acts like there is no biometrics recorded or biometrics saved. So anybody can just access your phone. But Heather, did they say don't buy it? Did they? They didn't say don't buy it. It's buggy. That was a bug. Case in point, the Xperia 1 Mark III. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to mention names, but it had a bug. His device in particular had a bug where the auto rate was kind of slow. But you know what he said? That's not a bug. That's a feature. That's the slowest auto rate I ever come across. And I'm watching other reviews of the One Mark III, and nobody else experienced that. So obviously, you got a bad unit. You got a bad device. There will be bad devices. So there are users, there are owners that has never experienced the bugs that the media and everybody else has been saying the Pixel 6 is going through, Pixel 6 and 6 Pro has been going through. Never experienced it. Not once. I have never experienced it. Well, to be fair, I didn't buy my device at launch, to be fair. But users have not experienced it. Now I'm not gonna bash that these people that have experienced it. I'm not gonna downplay it and say, oh, you're over exaggerating, etc. I understand it can be frustrating to see you buy a device, you spend your money on the device, and this happens, and it doesn't happen to other devices, to other manufacturers. I understand that. But when the other manufacturers have issues, the YouTubers, these reviewers, do not report it. Another case in point, iPhone, there's an update that came out 15.3 or 4, the beta, when it came out. What was it causing? A pink screen. Both the phone and the watch. Causing a pink screen. Now, did anybody report it? No, they didn't. Why they didn't report it? I don't know. And it should have been that, hey, we noticed that this update has this bug is in this update. Don't update. Don't install it. Wait until another update comes. But no, they didn't say a thing. They didn't say a thing. Right? Nothing. No smoke being blown. Nothing whatsoever. Why? Because it's Apple? Because it's Apple? I mean, come on. Come on. I'm saying Samsung has the issues. You don't report it. They don't. But the Pixel, on the other hand, it has a little issue. They're reporting it. Oh, they make big headlines. So this is the reason why I believe one of the reasons why the Pixel 6 isn't selling as well. Because people watch these YouTubers and are influenced by them. You will tell them, I can't recommend the 6 Pro. I can't recommend you buy the phone. Told you. Your viewers will say, okay, he said don't buy the phone, I'm not gonna buy the phone. You review the Xperia 1 Mark III. You list everything good, so here I am tuning in. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, look at those cameras. Oh, wow, 4K. 120 Hz display. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, look at the power pass-through mode while I'm gaming. So the power doesn't hit my battery. So therefore my battery lasts longer. Oh, that's wonderful. Look at the content. HDR10. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, I want it. And at the end, you're looking at that viewer, so that viewer is watching you with anticipation at the edge of the seat. And then you tell them, buy a Samsung instead. What do you think is going that viewer is gonna do? Buy a Samsung. Because you tell them, they look up to you guys, they do, and you tell them buy a Samsung, so they buy a Samsung. And they end up being disappointed with the Samsung. As a creator, we should never tell viewers what device to buy. We express our opinion. We shouldn't the pros, we shouldn't the cons. We lay it on the table, and then that viewer now makes up his or her mind as to whether they buy the device or not. That's what it is. We should never tell them, hey, take your hard-earned money and buy that instead. if I'm reviewing the Poco F3, I'm gonna state everything about the Poco F3, the good, the bad, and leave it at that. I would say, do I like the F3, the Poco F3? I would say whether I like it or not. Okay, and I will state my reasons why. And then now my viewer would say, okay, wow. For example, if I'm looking at the Red Magic 7, I'm reviewing the Red Magic 7, or I'm looking at somebody reviewing the Red Magic 7, and I'm interested in a gaming phone, which that's what it is. So I'm looking at it like, oh wow, that can game so nice. Oh, wow, look at, there's a fan, it has triggers and everything. The display, it has an under display camera, which is clear, which is nice. The back cameras, the rear cameras are also good. They're not mind blowing. And if I'm looking for a gaming phone, I'm not thinking about cameras. I'm looking to game. That's the niche. This is my criteria, gaming. And I want my best gaming experience and keep my phone cool. So like, wow, that's so 144 hertz display, refresh rate, and like, wow, I want it. I give it to me. You pay me the price. You think what is okay, great, fantastic. But then if at the end you tell me buy S22 Ultra instead, or buy an S22, buy an S22 instead, which costs more than the Red Magic and does less. A lower display, a lower resolution display, lower refresh rate, poor battery. The can cool is throttles like hell, because in in South Korea, they're suing Samsung for the S21 and S21 Plus for the throttling they were doing so much. Samsung had to lower the price of the phone and take off the game mode that caps the throttle, causes the throttle and unleash the full potential of the phone. They had to do that, right? So you're gonna tell a gamer to buy that phone instead, and he's gonna be disappointed? Oh, the cameras are better. Who cares? If he wants cameras, he'll go for Samsung, he'll go for Google, he'll go for Apple, he'll go for Xiaomi, he'll go for Vivo, BBK line, Vivo, Oppo. He'll go for that. He wants gaming, he knows where to go. Black Shark, Razer, Red Magic, go for that. Lenovo Legion. So what I'm saying is this. I'm talking from my experience. The Pixel 6 runs great. The cameras are fantastic. The display is great. The speakers are plenty loud. Runs smooth. Tensor has been fine. No device is perfect. All devices have their bugs. But what the Pixel 6 is getting is extra hit. It's like, you know what? We need a new punching bag, right? We need a new punching bag. Who's next? We knocked LG out of the ring. They're out of the competition. And you're saying, oh, where's the competition? Where is it? All I'm seeing is Samsung and Apple. But you all kicked LG out. Did LG have their flaws? Yes. But you all bash them so much, you all knock them on the ring so hard that they can't return. I wish they'll return that. So, who's next? Pixel, yeah. Hey, look over there. There's OnePlus. Come here. Look over there. Motorola, come. Join the fight. Let's see. Who shall I knock out first? Who should I knock out first? Who shall it be? That's what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing right now in the tech space. This needs to change, people. This really needs to change. And My advice to those viewing this video, those who are seeing this video, my advice to you guys is that watch multiple YouTubers. Take a look at them. Don't just look at one or two. You're on YouTube, you're interested in a device. Search. Don't just go to your favorite YouTuber or the most popular YouTuber, those that have 10, 20 million subscribers. Don't go there. Don't. Check out lower channels, those that has less, because these people are more, I'm not saying they're more genuine. I'm just saying these people are more passionate about what they do, because they don't look at it like a business. On to the next one. Like 2 weeks later, on to the next. These channels give you long-term reviews. They give you updates. How many channels you know that even Samsung? How many channels you know that would continuously give you Samsung coverage? How many? They review the S22. You don't hear from them again. What about updates? What about patches? What about fixes? All about, did any bugs get squashed? Is the camera better? Is the display better? How the battery life is performing now? How is the software? How is One UI 4.1 or 4.2 whenever it comes out? How does it perform today compared to when it launched a couple months ago? How many of them, the big channels, are doing that? How many? Not many. So you need to broaden your perspective. You need to broaden your horizon. Check out other channels. Please do, please do, please do. I'm really going long. I'm just rambling on. But I just want to touch upon that and really say that the Pixel 6 is getting undue hate. I'm not saying it's perfect. It does have its bugs, but they're fixed. They are getting fixed. Google is working on it. Like every other manufacturer is working on their devices as well. Okay. So that's been it. This has been it. My bite, my take on the whole Pixel 6 controversy, Pixel 6 issues, Pixel 6 bugs, and why the hatred in particular towards that phone. Yeah. Towards Google. Okay? So, until next time, until my next episode, until my next bite, I'll check you all later. Bradley here, myself life. I'm out.